Okay, this is, what's the date? It is May 16th, 2022, and this is the Unit 7 test review. What do you guys think? Yes, I am. There you go. They're there. Yes, it's not me by myself. I know it seems like it. Okay. Anyway, my name's Sensei. I'm a math teacher here at Oxnard High School, trying to quit my job as a teacher, trying to become a YouTube star. So if you could, just go ahead and subscribe and like, share it with your friends, so I can quit my job as a teacher, become a YouTube star, buy that house on the hill, and a Tesla. I think it'll work. Just ask people to like and subscribe. Last video only had like 5 views, so it doesn't really work. Oh well. Okay. So describe the pattern. It was arithmetic, geometric, and give the common ratio. So what's the common ratio or difference? What is it? -8. Add -8. So we add -8. So we'll say common difference. It's not a sum, and so we know it's common difference. Common difference is -8, and then so that is arithmetic. If it was a common ratio, it'd be geometric, right? So you guys know what it would be like, and that's either you multiply or divide. It's all multiply, right? Multiply by it. If it's going less, it's multiplied by a fraction. So anyway, that's that. Pretty easy. Arithmetic common difference of -8. Okay. So it's funny because I wrote this last quarter, but this is BTS. I never thought I would have gone to Twice concert the night before, right? Is this BTS, right? BTS. They're so handsome. Actually, to be honest, BTS, I don't know if this is the right thing to say, and I'm just being recorded, I probably shouldn't say, but, stay on this call. Why do I have to keep doing this? But they're very beautiful men. Right? Is that a good way to describe it? Like they're pretty men, I think. Right? Is that a good way to put it? They're not macho. Would you say they're macho? Say they're kind of like the opposite of macho, which isn't bad, They're beautiful. Look how beautiful they are. Just love them. All right. Okay, so you guys remember the rules. Arithmetic sequence and geometric sequence. Arithmetic is a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Geometric is a sub n equals a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Does anyone need to pause this here so you can write it down? Or okay, I'll pause it so you can write it down. Ooh, look what I found in my pocket. What do you think this can get me on campus? Can you buy anything on campus for $1?
A brownie.
Get a brownie? Someone say conversation? Huh? Oh, we did have this conversation? I'm sorry, I'm tired. If I recycle my conversation. But no one told me I could buy a brownie for this on the last conversation. Huh?
Did you cut your hair?
I did. Thanks for noticing. I need to mark it here. You can't buy water, right? That's what we talked about last time. Couldn't you buy water?
No.
If I wanted to buy water, like how much does the water cost on campus? $1.50? Everything's going up in price nowadays. Like my wife, God bless her, on Friday for a treat bought my daughter a Jersey Mike sandwich. A little tiny sandwich, $10. You know what I mean? To me, that's a lot of money. Remember we had that conversation about Five Guys, $11 hamburger? I don't know. It just seems like a lot. I could go to Lazy Dog and get a hamburger for $8, I think. I could make a hamburger I can make one just as good for $1.50. You know, better. Maybe I should quit my job and I'm not going to be a YouTube star. I'm going to be a hamburger made to order cook. How do you like your hamburger, sir? That'd be a lot of work, though. I don't think I can handle that. See, when I'm tired, I ramble. Am I rambling more than normal? No, I'm rambling the same. Okay. No, you're rambling the same. Okay. Sum of arithmetic series. So remember, this before was the sequence, right? So you plug in 1, you get 4. You plug in 2, you get 6. You plug in 3, you get 8, right? Or whatever, right? This tells you plug in the number, and then you get out you plug in the term and you get out the number, right? So this is what if you have one of these, right? And you want to add them all up, right? So here's the sum. Sum of the arithmetic sequence and the sum of the geometric sequence. These are the equations that you need to know for this test. When's the test coming up?
Wednesday.
You guys are so good. Wednesday. And make sure you study hard, because every day work matters. No matter what, never, ever, ever get up. This is Sweetie, YouTube star, signing off. Make sure you like and subscribe. Love you. Some of the arithmetic, some of the geometric. You don't need this more? Do you want to need time for this? A little more time? Okay. Let me take this. We're dismissing. Okay. How you doing, Riley? You got it? Okay, cool. Anyone else need it? Anyone else? Okay. All right, so let's do some review. Oh, no, one more. Sum of an infinite series. Remember, if it goes to infinity? Remember, what is the infinite series? What does it have to be? What does the ratio have to be in order for it to work? So we can. Yes, less than 1, greater than 0, right? So 1/2, 1/3, 2/3, right? Sorry, I don't do that. That's the sum of an infinite series. I got a soccer game again today. I'm trying to get my butt kicked. We only have 3 more. 3 more butt kickings left. 3 more butt kickings. Huh? Like, what should I do, Javier? I'm not even sure what to do. You know, I told you, right? It's 5v5 with 4 on the field. It's like, I don't know. We just asked that question. What did we say? 5. I thought it was 3. I thought it was 2. What was this week and next week? What if you guys tricked me and made me think it was 2? Then you'd show up for 3 weeks. And I thought it was summer vacation. You're like, yeah. You guys threw a party on the last day. Good job, Sensei. Can we throw a party? Yeah, probably your second period teacher will let you do it. Your second period teacher will throw a party? Do we need this anymore? I will throw a party. It's going to be a big finals test for you. It'll be amazing. You guys are going to love it. Anyone? Can I move on? Okay, I'm moving on. Okay. So write a rule for the nth term of the arithmetic series. Okay, so let's write a rule. So let's think here. I'll give you a second to write down. I don't know why I have number 31 written there. I feel like I should erase that, but it's from an old problem. So first of all, it says it's arithmetic. Okay, we're given 2 points. What are the 2 things we need for this? Common difference. So I'm going to write it here. We need, and the first term, right? So we need the common difference and the first term. Oh, Michaela's here. All right. Okay, so remember, our equation is a sub n, because it's arithmetic, right? A sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Okay, so we have that equation. So let's go ahead and what am I going to do? I need to, now someone found a way where you could just kind of do how you find the slope. If you know that way, you can use the slope way. If you want me to show you that way, maybe I'll do it after this in a second. You might say, oh, is that all you have to do? Because a lot of people say that. But here's the way I showed you before. I think you need to know this way. I don't know if that helps with geometric and arithmetic series you need for calculus. But let's do 2 equations here. Remember, let's find remember we have a sub n for this one is 41, right? A sub n equals a sub 1, right? Plus n minus 1. 5 minus 1, plug in my 5, right? Times the common difference, which is d. I don't know what that is. Right? You guys remember this? And then we'll do the other one where we plug in 96 equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1, which is 10 minus 1 times d. Right? You guys remember that? Raise your hand if I'm going. I'm with you, Sensei. Okay. Does anyone have any questions? You guys want to talk with the groups? You guys want to ask your group a question, or are we good? Okay, I'm assuming we're good. Okay. So let's simplify. This one's 96 equals a sub 1. Now, 10 minus 1 is 9d for this one, right? And then this one's going to be 41 equals a sub 1 plus 4d, right? And then we just put them on top of each other and subtract, right? So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to need you guys to tell me what the numbers are here. So I'm going to go 41 equals a sub 1. I'll put this one on the bottom just so I don't have to change my color so much. And then I'm going to subtract from that 96 equals a sub 1 plus 90. You could flip it the other way too. And I'm going to subtract those, right? Subtract them. And when I subtract, I change this to addition and I flip all the signs. Negative, negative, negative. Yes, I'm still here because I know you're going to tell me that I'm not. You guys go ahead and subtract that while I get my calculator out. You guys can go to subtract it. 96 minus 40. What was that? 55. 55. The A's cancel out. Equals 9 minus 4. is 5d, and I divide by 5, and d equals 11. Well, now I have my common difference. Actually, I'll show you after class if you want to see the other way. If you think it's, I don't want to confuse you by showing you two ways. If you want to see it, you can see it. Okay, so now I have the common difference. Now we need the first term. So what was it again? We had, was it a sub 10 equals 96? Was that it? And the other one was a sub 5 equals 41. A sub 5 equals 41, right? And then, right, am I right? Okay. And then, so remember, our equation is a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d, right? So now to find the a sub 1, we plug in, right, everything that we have. A sub n equals a sub 1 plus n, oops, hang on, I know I'm in the way. I'm going to get out of the way in just a second. N minus 1 times, oh shoot, oh, I lost room. Oh, over here. A sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. So a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Okay, let's plug in our numbers. Now, I can plug in either this one or this one, right? Remember, I plug everything that I have except for the a sub 1 to solve for a sub 1, right? I have the a sub n, I have the a sub 1, I have the n, I now have the d also, which is 11, right? Then I can pick either one of these. What do you guys want, red or blue? Anyone yell? Anyone care? Red, okay. So we can plug in the red and understand the red. And is it smaller too? So a sub 1 is 41, right? A sub n plus n minus 1, which is 5 minus 1, times d, which is 11. So we say, okay, 41 equals 5 minus 1 is 4, times 11 is 44. Am I good? I think that's right. Minus 44. Minus 44. Minus 44. And I get, for some reason, it doesn't seem right. Negative 3 equals a sub 1. Is that right? For some reason, it doesn't seem right. I just feel like it's not right, though. So I have a sub 1 equal, but I'll show you if we can see. We might have to find our mistake here, and then we're going to be here for a heck of a long time. Negative 3. I'll show you and check our answer. So we have our first term, right? We have our common difference. A lot of work for this problem, huh? You guys able to follow me along, though, even though it's a lot of work? So then you plug them back into our original equation to get our equation, right? So original equation is here. So we have here a sub n, which we're trying to figure out. No, actually it's not. I want to keep it a sub n, sorry. A sub n equals a sub 1, negative 3, plus n minus 1 times the common difference, which is 11. And then we got to figure, then we simplify it, right? So distribute the 11, a sub n equals negative 3 plus 11 times n, 11 times n, 11, n minus 11, and then negative 3 plus negative 11, a sub n equals 11, n minus 14. I feel like that's not right, but how can I check my work? Let's plug in the 10th term, which is 96, right? See if it works. Does it work? Okay, well, let's plug in the 10th term and see if it works. You know what I mean? Plug in 10 for n, and if I get 96, then I know my answer is right. That's how you check your work in the test, right? So I say 11 times 10 minus 14. 11 times 10 is 110 minus 14 is 96. So I know my answer is right. 96. So, cha-ching. So that's your answer. 11n minus 14. A lot of work. But what's the main thing you have to remember? Right? You need two things. What are the two things? Common difference and the first term. Then when you got that, then you plug it back in, right? That's why it's a lot of work. First, you got to find the common difference. Then you got to find the first term. Then you got to plug it in, then a sub n plus equals a sub 1 times n plus n minus 1 times d. Then you got to kind of a lot of work. And then we have another one like that for the freaking geometric. Any questions before we move on? Yes.
And the test is going to tell us if it's arithmetic.
Yeah, you have to know if it's arithmetic or geometric, or else you can't. You won't know which formula to use. If you're given the 2 points, it could be either one. So yes, you will be told. I'm going to move on. Can I move on? Does anyone need anything else? Yeah, you're stretching. Okay. Okay, well, here's all the steps. Think. You go like that. You subtract. And we got 11. And then 11 n minus 14. Okay, so then we got, then you have to graph them. Graphing's pretty easy, though. It's a pain, though, right? So when you graph it, let's graph the first 4 or 5 points. Just go n, a sub n, first term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term. Just plug in, you plug in 1. 11 times 1 minus 14. So 11 minus 14 is negative 3. What we got, negative 3. Then plug in 2. 22 minus 14 is 8. And then, by the way, I know I'm going to keep adding 11 to these, right, because of the common difference. So the next one will be 19. But anyway, so you just do 8 plus 11, or you can do 33 minus 14, 19. And you just keep adding 11, 19, 30, and 41. That's a lot. So I'm going 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So I'm going to do these. I'm gonna make my scale, like you got to make your scale, right? So I'm gonna say, make this black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm gonna do these increase so I can get up to close. I'm not gonna increase by 1. I'm gonna do by 2. So you can do by 4s. You do 4. 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2's work out nice. Get up to the fourth term. Okay, 1. Oh, I got -3 here, huh? Oh, thank you. Oh. So, oh, sweetie bear. Christmas sweetie. So 1, the first term's -3, so that'd be about here. And then the second term is 8. The third term is 19. That would be in the middle. And the fourth term is 30. Maybe just do dots. That looks good. Gotta do dots. It's not that hard. Just graph the first 4 or 5 terms. Preferably 5. But I don't know. All right. I'm going to move on. How are we doing on time? Still got 15 minutes. You guys, anyone watch this? You get to watch it, like, fast forward it to the things. I should do like a thing like next problem or something. I don't know. They cut it. Or watch. Do you ever watch me on twice speed? 2 times as fast? Slow speed? Sometimes I watch those videos on twice if I want to watch it, right? Okay. Write the rule for the nth term for the geometric series, right? So now we're going to do the geometric series, okay? So what are the 2 things we need for the geometric series? Common ratio and the first term again, right? Again, we need the common ratio. And then, so we got, again, common ratio. And we need the first term. Common ratio and the first term. This is a sub n equals a sub 1, whoops, put r, a sub 1 times r raised to the n minus 1. That's the formula we want, right? A sub n equals a sub 1 times r raised to the n minus 1. There it is. A sub n equals a sub 1 times r raised to the n minus 1. Okay, again. Now we have to find, just like we find the common difference, we have to find the common ratio first. Then we find the first term. And then you got to plug it all in and find the equation. All right? So, let's go ahead and do it. Okay. Let's do our 2 equations. We'll go. We have 2 formulas here. So we'll do a sub n equals a sub 1 times r raised to the n minus 1. Just like before, right? The a sub 1 and the r, so that's the common difference, right? You guys see the pattern? We'll do the other one in red. N minus 1. I feel like I should put my thing here. This one we'll do a sub 2 equals 28 for this one. This one will do a sub 5 equals 1792. Is that when they signed the Declaration of Independence? No. Feels like it should be, right? This one I'll put here. A sub 2 equals 28. Is that when they signed the Declaration of Independence? Year 28? So we have here 28 and then 2 minus, I forgot my 1. 2 minus 1. So we could write this as, and then this one, so let's simplify this. Plug in 28. This one's just 28 equals a sub 1 r to the 1. R to the 1. And this one is, we plug in 1792, a sub 1 r to the 5 minus 1. I know I'm just in the way. I know you guys know this stuff. This will be 1792 equals a sub 1 r to the 4. Okay. So the idea is we want to set these equal to a sub 1. So basically, to set it equal to a sub 1, I'm going to divide by r to the 4th here, divide by r to the 4th. Can you see what I'm doing here? Divide by r to the 4th. This is going to cancel out, and this will be 1792 over r to the 4th equals a sub 1. Actually, is that what I wanted to do? Hang on a second. I think I do want to do substitution, but I think I should have said this one. So I don't want to plug that in. That'll be, yeah, forget it. Not that way. Hang on. Sensei. Fast forward that last part I just did there. Okay. I mean, it's not wrong. It's just a little bit more challenging. So let me erase this. Let's leave this like this. Let's do the one with the smaller exponent would be better. So this is again 1792 equals a sub 1 r to the 4th. And then let's solve for this one. I think that'll be easier. So this one, let's get this to a sub 1 by itself here. So divide by r of 1. And so, which is just r. Why don't we use r to the 1st? Because what if it's different? A sub 1. So then I take I take this equation and I use substitution like Nicholas just said. And I go 1792 equals a sub 1 times r to the 4th. And I'm going to substitute my a sub 1 instead of a sub 1, I'm putting 28 over r into my equation. So I'm putting 28 over r. I know this is boring, guys, but I think it's helpful, right? Just me just lecturing, but it's helpful, right? It's helpful. So then, right, then the r's cancel out. And then I can solve for r. So I have r sub 1 over r sub 4. Remember when you divide, I feel like I should do an extra step so you guys can see. So let's write it with an extra step. You don't have to do this step. You guys probably already know what to do, but if you don't, it's 1792 equals 28 over r sub 1 times r to the 4th is what that really equals. And then you don't need all these steps, but 1792 equals, if I multiply it, it's 28 r to the 4th over r to the 1. Remember the r's cancel out through subtraction. So you have 4, 3, so this becomes 1792 equals 28 r to the 3rd, right? And then you just solve it. You guys know how to solve it? Divide by 28 and take the cubed root. So we divide by 28 and we have our r. Divide by 28. 1792 divided by 28. 64. Okay, cool. 64 equals r cubed. And then we take the cubed root of r, which means, did that cost you $1? That. How much did that cost?
I don't know, my mom bought it.
Oh. In the grocery store, everything's cheaper anyway. So cubed root of 64 is 4. 4 equals r. So we got our common ratio after all that. I can't even remember what the problem was because it's all scrolled up there. So let's rewrite everything, all the information that we have. What was my first one? A sub what? I did it in red over there. Oh. The a sub 2. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sorry, I wasn't going red. How do I go back down? There we go. Oh my gosh. Is it even moving? Wait. Okay. What was it? The first one was a sub 2 equals what? 28. And the second one was 1792. I should remember that because of the Declaration of Independence. 1792. And then we know that we have a sub n equals a sub 1 times r raised to the n minus 1 is our general formula. Okay, so we have our common ratio. We just need to solve for a sub 1, right? So you take the whole thing and you say a sub n equals, trying to find the first term, right? A sub 1 times r raised to the n minus 1, right? That. So I'm going to do the red one since I'm in blue. Is that okay? Doesn't matter which equation you pick. So then, we say 28 equals a sub 1 times r, which is 4, right? The n minus 1, which is 2 minus 1. It's easier because the numbers are smaller too. So this will be 28 equals a sub 1, 4, 2 minus 1. 4 to the 1 is just 4, right? Which is just 28 equals 4a sub 1, or 4a, right? So divide by 4, and we get a sub 1 is 7. A sub 1 equals 7. So guess what? A sub 1 equals 7. So that was pretty easy. So now we have our first term. We have our common ratio, which we want to plug into. So we got the two things. And then we got to go a sub n equals a sub 1 times r to the n minus 1. Plug in what you have. We got the ratio. We got the first term. So a sub n equals a sub 1. Well, a sub 1 times r. I know I'm in the way. N minus 1. Just plug it in. So a sub n, a sub 1. I'm doing it in the same color. There's my a sub 1. Oh, look at that ugly 7. Okay, it was right at an angle. My pen was all. I know. No excuses, Sensei. Excuses are like buttholes, right? Everyone has one. They all stink. Okay, so anyway. 4. That's pretty much your answer. But let's check our work to make sure we're right. So it's a sub n equals 7 times 4 to the n minus 1 is the way I want you to write it. That should be that. But let's check our work. Is the first term 28? What was 1792? Was it the fifth term was 1792? Fifth term? 10th term was, okay, so let's check it with that. Fifth term was 1792. Okay, so let's go 7 times 4 raised to the 5 minus 1. Let's see if we get 1792 with that, right? 5 minus 1 is 4. 7 times 4 to the 4th. So I don't have, so it's 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, which is 16 times 16, which is 256 times 7, equals 1792. So we know our answer is right. It's a lot of work. What do you guys think? So that's the answer right there. 7 times 4 to the n minus 1. Feel okay? Oh, yes, Andrea.
How many problems did the other test?
No. That's just 1, 2. There's 11. We have an hour and a half to take it. Listen, it's because you guys can do this a lot. I don't know. You better practice it. That's all I'll say. Just practice it. Practice these mother fathers. You have another day to do it, right? And anyway, these don't take that long if you just you've done it many times. You know, it's just a lot of steps. The steps aren't that hard. That was interesting, though, when I said 11, the gasp that I heard from you guys. Woo! You know, I'm sorry. I know it's terrible, and I know you guys are. I know I'm making light of the situation, and you guys are probably really stressed about it. I'm sorry, but I think you'll be fine. Right? I hated it when a teacher said that, and I swore I would never say that to my students, but I just did. Sorry. You guys will be fine. Ah, there we go. Uh-oh, now I got to graph it. So, let's just graph the first 5 terms. Actually, this one's going to be crazy. N, A sub n. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I need to get a better calculator for this. Actually, it's not that hard to calculate. This is not that hard. Yeah, the second term is 28. Watch it. Let's do it this way. What's my common ratio? 4. So multiply by 4, right? 28 times 4. You can plug it in. I get 112. 112 times 4. I get 448. 448 times 4. Wait a minute. Feels like that's wrong. Oh, but the fifth term is 1792. 1792. George Washington. And then, so this has got to be 7. Right? So the big deal is, what should I make these equal to up here to get up to 1792? Hundy? 200? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 200, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I'm doing 200. 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, 1,600, 1,800. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. First term is 7. Oh my gosh. Where's that going to be? I'll do it in different colors so we can see. I think I'll do red. Red's nice. You guys see red? No, because that thing is red. I'll do blue, brown. Oh my gosh, that freaked me out because the speaker was right there. I'll do red. You know that thing is red. So it'd be really small here. Like, even though that's like, it probably should be lower, but that's fine. I won't mark you off for that. And then 2 will be 28. Not much of a difference, right? So it's still low there. And then 3 will be 112. So like halfway. Oh my gosh, why did I do that? Oh. 3 will be 112, which is about halfway. Okay. And then 4 would be 448, which would be 200, 400. So about right there. Nope, don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh. Four would be 448, which would be 200, 400. And then 5 would be 1792, which would be here. And you can see 1460 right here. There you go. Shoots up. Now, am I going to see how these like look kind of the same? But what can you do? You know what I mean? So close. I'm not going to mark you off for that. Yes, Andrea.
How many graphs will be on the site?
16.
16?
Yes.
Not that bad.
I thought you said there was only 11 questions.
I know. So I wasn't counting the graphs when I said 11 questions. No, there's only 2 graphs.
Oh my god.
All right. But I think these other ones are easier. An angel earned her wings. So once you get past these, then you do the sum of the series, plug in the numbers, and go ahead and solve it, right? Find the sum of the series. So we have n equals 1 all the way up to 20, 3n plus 7, right? What equation do we use? So we do the S of n equals n times a plus 1 plus a to the n all divided by 2. No, that's not right. A to the... Oh, that's not right. Not a to the n. 1 minus what?
1 minus r to the n.
Oh, a to the n would be this, would be a to the n. So we go S of n equals n, which is 20, right? You guys with me? 20 times the first term, which is, what's the first term? No, 3 is not the first term. First term is 10.
What?
Please. What's the first term? 3 times 1 plus 7. You plug in 1 into your equation, right? What's 3 times 1? 3 plus 7. No? Are we confused by that? Are we sad?
Yeah.
Who's sad? Raise your hand if you're sad. I understand. Feeling like that crazy jittery feeling in your stomach? Is anyone, that's what I mean by sad. A sub n means I plug in 20, right, for my 20th term, right? So to get the a sub n, I got to plug in 20. 3 times 20 plus 7, right? So I get the a sub n means I get the last term. That's the last term, right? So 20 plus 7 is 60, plus 7 is 67. So I say 67, all divided by 2. Then just calculate that out. 10 plus 67 divided by 2 times 20. 10 plus 67 is 77 divided by 2. I'll just, so you guys aren't. So 20 times 77 divided by 2, right? And then 77 divided by 2 times 20. 38.5 times 20, 770. So the sum is going to be 770. Eh? See, that one's so bad compared to the other ones, right? Yeah.
Where'd you get 10 from?
Someone tell Andre where I got 10 from. Got it? Or explain it if you don't. What's that? Yeah, it's the first term. Yeah, n equals 1. 3 times 1 plus 7. Do you see where I got the 67 from? Where did I get that from? Huh? The 20th term, because it goes up to 20. But wait, there's more. Find the sum of the series. Now, the last one was arithmetic. What's this one? Geometric.
How do you know that?
How do we know this geometric? A sub n times r raised to the n minus 1, right? Because of the exponent. And the other one, right? This was the n minus, like n minus 7 is n minus 1 is I minus 1. So it's that original equation.
So if it has an I, it's geometric?
No. Quick review for Bella. Remember, arithmetic looks like this. You add, right? Arithmetic is a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d, which ends up looking like this. Like 4d plus 2, right? That's the arithmetic.
Mm-hmm.
The geometric is is a sub n equals a sub 1 times r raised to the n minus 1, or a sub n equals 3 times 2 to the n minus 1. See how it's a number times a number raised to the n minus 1? Number times number to the n, that's geometric. Sure. It was at the beginning. This was the one we had at the beginning.
I know, but I like how you work it.
Oh, okay. That's fine. All right. Anyway, anywho, so actually, we'll just flip it. And what do we use for the sum, right? The sum of the series is a sub 1 equals 1 minus r to the n over 1 minus r, right? That's how we find the sum of a geometric series. Given we have an ending point at 9, right? Not the infinite. We end at 9, so we use that equation. So just plug in what you know. So we need to figure out, we got to figure out the first term. Right? So you got to plug in 1 here. 6 times 7 to the 1 minus 1. Oh, the first term is 6, right? 6 times 7 to the 0, which is 7 to the, what's anything to 0 power? 1. So 6 times 1 is 6. So my first term is 6 times 1 minus r, which is 7, to the n, which is 9, all over 1 minus 7. So here you go, 7 to the 9th. 7 times 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 7. This helps with the calculator that goes 7 to the 9th, which is 6 times 1 minus, I'm writing it out, 403533607, all over 1 minus 7, negative 6. Anyway, these are going to cancel out. 6, I've done this one already. 1 minus this is 4, negative 403533606, right? Because it's negative, right? This is negative. I'm taking away, so it has to stay negative. But this brings it up 1, so I go 6 divided by negative 6. And you can multiply this times this, and then this. The two negatives make it positive, right? Two negatives make it positives. And then the 6 actually cancel out for a shortcut. So your answer is 4. What number is that? The answer is 403533606. 40,353,606. But you guys missed those graphs, though, huh? Remember, you guys liked the graphs, or you didn't like the graphs? Remember the last test with just the graphing? We just had to do find the asymptotes. You didn't like those? I thought those were a lot easier, in my opinion. This is easier, Nick? I guess it just matters on who you are, right? This isn't that hard. You just got to make sure you freaking do each one of these 4 times. Do each problem 4 times. Oh, it won't take so long if you do it over and over again. Do each problem 4 times. You have 2 days to do it. You have today and tomorrow, right? So study today and study tomorrow. You got to practice these. These take practice. When you practice them, you'll be able to get it. I'm telling you. And you know it's true. It's just like you don't have time, right? You have other classes you're worried about and stuff like that. But 41,353, that's ahead, right? 606. You guys got to practice. Practice a little bit at a time today. You know, go home, practice for an hour, eat, then practice for another hour or whatever. You know, how much time do we spend on Instagram instead? Find the sum of the infinite series if it exists. Does the infinite series exist for this? Tell your neighbor why. Why does it exist? Yeah, the ratio is less than 1, greater than 0. So this one, these are like the easier ones, I think. A sub 1 over 1 minus r is the equation you use. For the infinite, only if it goes up to infinity, right? That's what you use, the infinite series. So what's my first term? 8. What's my r? 1/5. So let's plug in. 8 over 1 minus 1/5. These are the easier ones in my opinion. 8 over 5/5 minus 1/5. Get a common denominator, right? What's 5/5 minus 1/5? 8 over 4/5. Am I going too fast? Should I pause? Yes. Sorry, Valerie. I am going too fast. Sorry, I went too fast. The right stuff. The right stuff. The right stuff. You've got the right stuff, baby. The right stuff, right stuff. Okay, 5/5 minus 1/5, right? Because this was 1, so I make it 5/5 minus 1/5 is 4/5, which is the same as saying 8 divided by 4/5, which is the same as saying 8 times 5/4, right? Which is the same as saying, a couple ways you can do it. 8 times 5 is 40, divided by 4 is 10. The right stuff. The most difficult ones are those first two. You've got the right stuff, baby. The right stuff. Can I move on? Anyone need more time? You've got the right stuff, baby. There's the S equals 10. Right as a fraction. Is this the last one? Here's 5. So you do the infinite series, right? You do the infinite series for this one? I'm still there. Stay in the call. Not charging? Oh shoot, my computer's not. What is my computer's not charging. There it goes. Now it's charging. Okay, so remember this series 0.5555555555555 0.555, right, forever, is really 0.5 plus 0.05 plus 0.005, right? Remember that? Where my first term is 0.5. There's my a sub 1, right? What do I need? I need the first term. What else do I need? Common ratio, which is, well, it's a sub, yes, it is 0.1. A sub 2 divided by a sub 1, which is 0.05 divided by 0.5, which is, you calculate that out, 0.1. We put in your calculator, you get 0.05 by 0.5, you get 0.1. So my first term is 0.5 over 1 minus 0.0. Oh. 0.1. What's 1 minus 0.1? 0.5 over 0.9. Move the decimal over, and you get 5/9. How can you check your answer? Go on your calculator, do 5 divided by 9, and you should get 0.222. 5 divided by 9, or 0.55555, which is what I got, right? 5 divided by 9, 0.5555555, 5/9. And 5/9. And that's it. We did the whole review. But what does that say there? Huh? Wait, what does it say?
There may be other questions that are on the review.
Yeah, good luck. Why good luck? Because I just want you guys to do good. That's why I wish you luck.
Why didn't you put the questions on? There's something.
It's not like it's a trick question like some of the things. Oh, like make sure you could do this. Find the infinite series of this, 0.2323. You guys think you can do that? Like write this as a fraction using this, using the, think of like, work on that stuff like that. You know what I mean? Maybe. Make sure you show your work. All right. So, and you simplify it. And that's it. So you have tomorrow to review it. You have today, tomorrow. I'm going to stop recording this. Are there any questions?